Excel, we often require that user enter a specific data. This is known as data validation. Suppose we want a data validation. That means a user entering a specific data in a daily progress report. Let us have date in which the user enter the date. We have the total labor in which the user enter the whole number. We have the total concrete in which the user enter the value greater than 0 and location. So how we can make the Excel to understand that the date it takes from the user is always in the right form. So when a user enter the data in the cell, it either saved as a text or as a numeric digit. So Excel do not understand even if the user use the wrong format like this. But this will disable our ability to filter the data or to apply VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP and various other advanced functions. And hence we require a user to enter a specific format of a data or a specific value of the in a particular cell. So in such cases we can use the data validation option, which is available in the data tab on the main screen. Now suppose for the location we want the user to enter either tower 1 or tower 2 or tower 3 or tower 4. So we want to restrict the user to enter any other information in the cell location, such as the user can enter tower 1 without a space or 1 tower. So we want to prevent such entries. So how to do all this data validation? How to ensure that the date entered is in right format, the labor enter is a whole number, the total concrete should not be equal to 0, and the location should be either tower 1 to tower 4. For that, go to data validation. Now here you see the initial or default value is any value. So when we see the list of other options, we can see whole number, decimals, list, date, time, text length and custom. So we will select date. Now you also have the option under the date that whether you want a particular range. Suppose we want greater than 30th June. So what we'll do, we'll enter the start date as 30th June. So any value which will be lesser than the 30th June will not be taken by this cell now. And hence we validated our data. Now when the user will enter a data in this cell, now suppose they try to enter 25th June, then it will not accept this data because it's not validated. It's not coming in the range which we have defined. And hence only the valid entry will be made or accept by the Excel. Now in case total labor, we want the whole number. So anything which is put in decimal should not be accepted by the Excel. So in that case we can use the allow values as a whole number and the value not equal to 0. So when a user will enter in this cell, the only whole number will be accepted and any decimal value will not be accepted. And hence we will always get the desired range of data by the user. Now suppose in total concrete any value can be entered except 0. So you can go to the decimal and select not equal to 0. In this way the user can enter any value except 0 and hence we can get the right validated data from the user. Now this is important. Suppose in location we want the user to only enter from tower 1 to tower 4. So you can select the list option and for the source data you can select from tower 1 to tower 4. Now you will see the data which you have selected will become the list. When you click here, you will find that a list will appear. So if you enter any other thing, it will not accept. You have to select one of the item from the list. So the user have to enter only a valid data through the entering a data from the list, and hence data validation become a very important concept in Excel as it ensures the data is validated at the time of entry.